Compared to the RK61, I would say this keyboard is... If you have noticed, I have kind of been addicted to 60% keyboards, and Redragon has finally noticed and sent me out their highly rated K530, which if it's like any of Redragon's other products, it should be very high quality. But although they did send this out for free, I will be completely honest and won't hesitate to trash it if it doesn't live up to my expectations. This is a budget 60% keyboard as it comes in at around $65 US, and if you use discount code JustinTech, it will give you a 10% discount, which means it will only be $55 US, so it is actually even cheaper than the RK61. Out of the box, it comes with a manual, a Redragon sticker, an angled USB-C cable, a plastic keycap puller, which I wouldn't recommend using as it might scratch your keycaps. I would try to use a wire keycap puller if you do have one. And it also comes with the switch puller, as this keyboard is hot swappable, which I will get to later in the video. And it also comes with a few extra switches to test out if you're looking to replace the switches. The case is made of plastic but is very sturdy and weighs quite a bit at 1.76 pounds, which is likely because it does have a 3000 mAh battery in it, because it is also able to be used wirelessly. It uses Bluetooth 5.0 and can be used with up to 3 devices like a phone, tablet, or your PC, and you can switch the device just by using the switch on the side of the keyboard. Redragon states that the battery lasts 15 hours if you have the backlighting on, which is nice, but I haven't had the chance to test that out as I don't really use wireless that often, as it does have a slight lag while you're playing games. The case also has 4 rubber feet on the bottom, which aren't the best, but they do their job at stopping the keyboard from moving every 2 seconds. You can also raise the angle of the keyboard with the feet on the bottom, but I don't really use them as I really like the angle that it comes at by default. Overall, the case looks really nice, but it does have a slight Redragon branding on the front, which does take away slightly, but it still looks good all in all. On the side, there is the USB-C port, which is usually on the back of the keyboard, and since I didn't watch any reviews before I got this keyboard, I thought it was crazy and there wasn't a USB port, but I was just being dumb as it was just on the side of the keyboard. I usually use a custom cable, but this is really meant for an angled USB cable, which it does come with, but I still just use my custom cable anyways, it just sticks out a little farther. Also on the side is the Bluetooth on and off switch, the switch to change between each device you pair the keyboard to, the Bluetooth on light, and the charging light. The keycaps appear to be made of ABS plastic, although I couldn't find it anywhere, and they are also backlit as this keyboard does have pretty nice RGB. The keycaps are glossy on the side, and if you do get the black version, it may show a lot of dust and scratches, which is not great, and the tops of the keycaps do have a slight matte finish, but overall are still glossy and attract fingerprints. The secondary functions are also printed on the side of the keycaps so you can easily read them. If you have extra keycaps or just want to pick up extra keycaps, I would recommend replacing them, but they aren't terrible or anything, it's just not the best, which is to be expected on a budget keyboard. The RGB is very bright and has 13 different lighting presets that you can change without the software, but you can also download the software, which allows you to fully customize the lighting and set your own macros, and is also pretty simple to use. For switches, I got mine with Otemu brown switches, which are tactile and silent like Cherry MX browns, but they are a bit more tactile than the Cherries. It also comes in red switches, which are linear and silent. Although it does say it is hot swappable, which got me pretty excited, you can only use other Otemu switches, so you can't use regular mechanical switches, which is pretty disappointing to say the least. The only good thing is that you can take the switches out to lube the stabilizers, which are pretty loud out of the box, and the switches if you want. There is also a lot of case ping on this keyboard, which makes it pretty loud to type on. To use the arrow keys, they do have a nice function with the magic FN key, which is just the caps lock. You just have to hold the caps lock and use WASD for the arrow keys, or you can also hold function and WASD, which is also fairly good. Overall, for the price, this keyboard is really great, as it comes in $10 cheaper than the highly praised RK61 with my code, and is also hot swappable, wireless, and with a few mods, competes with some keyboards that cost more than $100. Compared to the RK61, I would say this keyboard is a little worse, as I have seen the RK61 came out with a true hot swappable keyboard. But if you aren't looking to upgrade the keyboard out of the box, I would say this keyboard is actually on par with the RK61 for the price. I will be doing a review of the Keymove Snow Fox next Saturday, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to see next week's video, and also like, comment, and if you would like to join my Discord from the link in the description below, you can, and I will see you guys next time.